You'd think the most powerful financial institution on Earth would be created out in the open, right? In Congress, maybe? Nope. The Federal Reserve was actually born in total secrecy at a meeting kept hidden from the world for years. So let's get into the real story of how it all began. Okay, picture this. It's 1910. A group of the world's most powerful men tell everyone, their families, the press, that they're just heading off for a casual duck hunting trip. But here's the thing. They weren't packing shotguns. They were carrying a secret plan, one that would remake the entire American economy. And their real mission? Well, it was born out of pure desperation. You see, just 3 years earlier, the Panic of 1907 had absolutely shattered the U.S. economy. The country was teetering on the brink, and Congress knew they needed a permanent fix, and fast, to stop it from ever happening again. So, who do you call in a crisis like this? Senator Nelson Aldrich didn't ring up economists or professors. No, he secretly gathered the absolute titans of Wall Street. We're talking about these 6 men, representing the biggest banking interests in the entire country. And together, they boarded a private train car, literally under the cover of darkness. And get this, the train's curtains were drawn tight, and they were all sworn to secrecy, only using first names to hide their identities. They traveled 800 miles south to Jekyll Island, Georgia, which was the super exclusive, lavish private club for the world's absolute wealthiest people. And when I say wealthy, I mean powerful. This club on Jekyll Island was so elite, so exclusive, that its members were said to control something like 1/6 of the entire world's wealth. Just let that sink in for a second. So for 9 straight days, yeah, they definitely weren't hunting ducks. They were locked away, rewriting the entire financial future of America. One of the men there, Frank Vanderlip, even admitted years later that the whole thing had to be secret. He basically said if this got out, they knew they couldn't pull it off. So, huddled together in this secret location, they hammered out a blueprint. Their mission had 3 main goals. First, figure out how to stop those panic bank runs for good. Second, find a way to keep the US dollar stable. And third, the big one, centralized control over the nation's money supply. What they came up with, and it was mostly designed by this banker, Paul Warburg, was a brand new kind of hybrid system. Imagine a network of really powerful, privately run regional banks, but they all had to report to one central governing board. They ended up calling it the Aldrich Plan. Now, when this plan first came out, it got a ton of backlash. I mean, people were worried, and rightfully so, that it gave Wall Street way too much power. But after a few tweaks, a revised version of that same plan was passed by Congress just 3 years later. And that is how the Federal Reserve was officially created. So that secret duck hunt